Sorry about your table, but I'm not leaving for a while.
Just got a blind date.
I'm looking for Santa Claus.
Isn't he a little old for you?
Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Summer's Child and today we're watching a Christmas movie called Finding Santa, starring Eric Winter. The 50th Christmas festival is being held this year and everyone is excited. But that's not all. A TV station heard about them and they want to broadcast the festival to all the country to see. Grace, the holiday store owner and organizer of the festival, finds herself really busy to date a new man after breaking up with her last hubby a year ago.
You can't avoid dating forever.
Owning the store means organizing the parade. Who wouldn't love to be surrounded by Christmas every single day of the year?
The TV reporter visits Grace's store and looks around, meeting their resident Mr. Claus, who's in charge of training young Santas. But alas, after a comical slip on ice, the regular Jolly was out of commission. And now the big question is, who will replace Old Man Tom in the role of Santa? So Grace holds an audition for all the eligible young men, not to take the lucky guy out, but to have them post as the Jolly for her special parade.
Aren't you Mayor Harvey's son, Clint?
Sorry, losers.
That's lunch.
To help Grace out of her sticky situation, Tom and his wife offered to call their son Ben, who has some Santa training in his blood, but doesn't want to take over his dad's shop, so he moved away. And it's up to Grace to convince him.
I know why you're calling. That's a no-go. Sorry.
So am I.
Even though Ben said no, Grace lies about it and tells the TV reporter that he'll be their Santa in order not to cancel the parade and its national TV coverage. In a panic, Grace has one solution to execute.
Why did I do that? Why did I say that to her?
Pray for a nor'easter and scrap the whole thing.
Tom!
She goes after the man all the way to Boston and waits for him at his usual hangout to ambush this unassuming guy with her irresistible offer.
Would it be okay if I take this table when you leave?
When he realizes who she is and what she's after, Ben tries to escape her by fibbing a little, but leave it to the barista to embarrass him.
To be clear, you're not Ben White.
No, not him.
Ben.
Despite Grace's best effort, Ben absolutely refuses her every attempt to persuade him to save the day.
Being Santa isn't my thing.
She learns that Ben is an aspiring writer and an Uber driver, so he can pay the bills. He tries to avoid discussing the subject further, but Grace won't leave him alone.
You're fake typing.
No, I'm not. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Apparently, when all else fails, use trickery to get what you want. That's exactly what our dear Grace thought when she pulled a fast one on Ben.
I just got a message for a ride to the train station.
Wow, what a coincidence. I just requested someone. Perfect.
Reluctantly, Ben does what any gentleman would do and he agrees to take the lady to the station.
Should I find someone else?
No, that's fine.
She changes the destination on him so he can take her back home, but that gets him all fired up and he kicks her out of the car.
Get out.
What?
Get out and walk.
Oops, wrong clip.
Out of the car.
Are you really gonna kick a poor defenseless woman out of your car in a bad neighborhood?
The only crime around here is someone parking without a permit.
She tries pulling on his heartstrings and ends up bribing the guy to get him to go back home with her.
Ben, your dad broke his arm in 2 places, and your mom misses you too.
I do need a new laptop.
He figures out her little scheme with his dad to get him into his baggy red pants.
Who you texting? My dad, right? Surprised he figured out how to text anyway.
He still signs them. Love, Tom.
Still, he doesn't want to do it. And even though Grace seems very jolly, she's hiding something.
Don't you want more out of life?
Grace learns that Tom, the OG Santa, wanted to leave his school for Ben to manage, training more young Santas, but Ben chose a different path.
I wanted the freedom to choose, Grace.
Ben reunites with his parents and makes sure that his dad's broken arm is getting better. But then the arguments start up again since he's made up his mind about being the town's Jolly after having a childhood filled with Santa training.
My entire childhood was Santa 24/7 until I left for college. Did you realize how much pressure that put me under?
Grace's friend is even more diabolical than her, suggesting a way to keep Ben in town a little longer.
Go talk to him. Maybe steal his car keys so he's stuck here.
Grace finds Ben writing in a cafe and joins him on one condition: to zip up above the parade already.
You mind if I sit down? I don't. I promise.
A little bit.
Not at all.
Ben seems to be avoiding Christmas spirit like Lay, but Grace manages to fill his heart with a little cheer.
Just because you're not going to be Santa doesn't mean you can't enjoy Christmas a little.
Okay, but only so I have something to eat on the drive home.
They're being so cute together while exchanging brief life stories. Grace pushed aside her hobby of painting, which she's really good at, to step up and manage the store after her parents died, whereas Ben wanted a different path away from his dad's legacy.
So, what's your novel about?
Can't quite figure out the tone. That's the problem. I was missing that. I've been doing more like...
The town's mayor tries to light up the Christmas tree, but due to an electrical problem, she can't. So Ben steps up and fixes the issue, proving that he's still got all of his memories about this amazing time of year in this amazing small town.
It's all right. Fix it.
Grace asks Ben to drive her back to Boston with him, since she left her car there, as a part of her failed plan to lure the man away from his job and into a red suit. And the sweet man agrees to help.
What? You told me you took the train.
Thank you.
No problem. See you in the morning.
Oh, blimey, what's this? They're Googling one another? Could it be true? Has the spark between them happened already? Grace's friend is all up in her business about this handsome young man she's about to travel with. And you know what? She's right on the money.
At least slap on some lip gloss before you go.
I will see you later, Caroline.
It's totally a date.
Halfway to Boston, an unexpected snowstorm blocks their path forward or backward, and they find themselves in need of shelter fast.
But the parade is in less than 2 days. I have to get back for final preparation.
Really? Did you not hear the unexpected part of the forecast?
They decide to crash at one of Grace's friend's house, and her little kid, innocent as he is, asks the best of questions.
Is he your boyfriend?
No, he's just a friend.
They have no other option than spend the night and continue their journey the next day. While Grace is worried she'll miss the parade, Ben has to endure all the celebrations.
You sure you'll be okay with all the Christmas spirit here tonight?
I'll make do.
Ben spends the time with the children of the house, making them laugh and have fun. So of course Grace is impressed. After all, a man who loves kids is something else.
Not a turn up. What's mine?
A toaster.
The two of them have an early morning eggnog making flirty session, where Grace can impress Ben a bit.
World famous long family recipe.
Long family egg. Impressive.
Girl, no! Ben Googles her recipe to find her ex's photo on her website. She broke up with this man a year ago. Why have his picture on your site still? What will your customers think?
Who's a lumberjack?
My ex.
No one sense?
No. What about you?
You aren't exactly making the list of Boston's most eligible bachelors.
Ben kept digging until he got Grace's secret out. She's not completely happy with running the store. She had a dream once that she had to give up.
Well, what did you dream about doing with your life before you took it over for your parents?
I was going to art school. Then I wound up staying home. And that's okay.
Grace invites Ben for a taste, filling him up with much needed Christmas spirit.
Trust me. It's amazing.
Wow.
I told you you could trust me.
After witnessing the disappointment of the children for being unable to see Santa at the mall, and after all the kindness he received from their parents, Ben puts on a Santa suit that he has in his car and cheers everyone up.
Thank you, Santa.
You're welcome. I'll be back tomorrow night, so make sure you get to bed nice and early.
Grace thanks Ben for being an absolute sweetheart and saving Christmas for her friend's family, while he was thinking about a slightly different subject.
Maybe I just like hanging out with you.
I think about it a lot, actually.
Spending time with a loving family during Christmas reminded both Grace and Ben of the love and cheer they've been missing during this special time of the year, and it brought them closer.
And I guess somewhere along the way, Christmas became a job.
So quit. Don't you deserve to be happy too?
And all the moment they shared have been thinking about this lady more and more, but avoiding the subject when it comes up.
What are you thinking right now?
Dashing through the snow.
Ben learns that his father's tree in the parade is still with no decoration, and that prompted him to ask Grace for a little help.
Gosh, with everything that happened with his arm, they must not have gotten around to it.
I get a discount at your store, right?
Only for friends and family.
After witnessing the only alternative Santa Grace got for the parade, Ben just had to say sorry.
I'm trying to bring my personal flair to the role.
Wow, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
To add insult to injury, the new Santa in town has no respect for the big red shoes he's filling, to the point where Ben just had to come out and say it. The Christmas spirit, the fun and joy he's feeling, the good time he spent with Grace, all gave him a change of heart.
Pretty sure you have no say in this, bro. I'm Santa now.
Grace, you can't let that guy on the sleigh. I'll do it if you still want me to.
All is going well, too well, so a misunderstanding must occur to ruin everything. Ben accidentally overhears Grace saying how she would do anything for the parade, and he gets the wrong idea.
Like making me think there was something real between us?
As far as you and I are concerned, I wasn't pretending anything. You have to know that.
Ben, giving up on all the Santa business despite his parents' wishes, pushed Grace to face the fact that she's not 100% happy running the store or the parade, and Ben's parents helped her come peace with it.
You don't have to live Christmas every single day to keep your mom and dad in your heart.
Thank you.
After seeing the amazing painting Grace has painted of him as Santa, Ben came back to take his rightful place and bring cheer to everybody.
Ho, ho, no. But I'm Santa.
Thank you.
Grace is so thankful for Ben for coming back and filling the role she tried to fill the entire movie, but a little disappointed he doesn't want to reconcile with her after their falling out.
Can we talk?
Merry Christmas.
I guess I'll just go.
So Ben looks all over the place for her, and when he finds her, he explains.
It's pretty obvious you didn't want to talk to me over there.
It's just I can't break character when I'm in the suit.
They finally talk everything out. Grace will be an artist, leaving most of the work at her store to her friend. And Ben is coming back home to help out at his dad's school and be the town's resident Santa, while writing his first children's book.
Watching you follow your heart, that's what made me look inside mine.
I finally figured out what I was meant to write. Only one thing's missing. An illustrator. You know anyone who likes to paint?
11 months later, and the book is out, proving that they are the dream team, prompting Ben to go to the next step.
Will you marry me?
Yes.
Lucky lady had her happy ending at last, after searching far and wide for the only candidate she had in mind and nagging him to death so he can do the last thing he had on his mind. Still, both of them were better for it. And isn't this what life is all about? Adventure. Win or lose, it's way better than sitting idle. Now that's a proper Christmas movie with a plot that revolves around Christmas itself and not just happening during the holiday, to the point where you can change the setting and nothing would change in the story itself. I really wanted to do this particular commentary for you all on Christmas as a modest gift from me to you. Have a very Merry Christmas and a great rest of your holiday. I'm Summer's Child, and I'm gonna see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.